man charged with murder after various body parts we have found in his fridge has made a second appearance in court. The 26-year-old man has been sent for mental evaluation after he made his second suicide attempt this morning. Police launched the forensic investigation last week after the gruesome discovery in a house where he was renting in the township of Soweto. Joining me now is South African editor and journalist CANDICE to unpack this story. CANDICE, good to see you. A pretty gruesome story. Tell us a bit more about the accused in this case. What do we know about him beyond this crime?
Good evening, Suleiman, and good evening to your viewers. So what we know about this man is he's been identified as Flavio Shabangwane. He's a 26-year-old man. He's an actuarial scientist. He works at an insurance and financial services firm in South Africa, quite a large and established firm. He's a graduate of the University of Witwatersrand. And what we know beyond his personal details is some accounts from his parents, who are split up. Both are still alive. His mom and his dad both live in Soweto. And his mom has been said that he's an introvert, he's an A student. She can't believe that he's been accused of this murder. His father has spoken of a very difficult relationship that they've had in recent weeks. But generally, he's a quiet person. Doesn't seem like a likely candidate for this type of action.
Well, that's really strange. Now, tell us briefly about this crime. How did this discovery came about?
So what we know is that the body parts were actually discovered by his new girlfriend, who was visiting him for the weekend in a house that a room that he rents at the back of a house in Soweto in the suburb of Protea Glen. Now, Protea Glen is quite a new suburb in Soweto. It's considered an upcoming suburb, and he's been renting a room there. So she was visiting him. He went on an errand, we believe. And while he went on an errand, she went to the fridge to get something to eat. And when she opened the fridge, she discovered body parts. And what we understand is that she discovered legs and arms in the fridge, and alerted the police, and he was then arrested. This was 2 weeks ago. He then appeared in court last week. But what we understand is that he had attempted to commit suicide before the court hearing. He had attempted to stab himself. He was then taken to the prison facilities hospital, where he was kept and given medication, which we believed he then used for the overdose that he did today, just before he appeared in court this morning.
Well, take us through the court proceedings today. We understand it was a brief appearance, wasn't it?
It was a brief appearance. What we do know is that his lawyer has now said that he would apply for him to get a mental evaluation after the second suicide attempt. We do know that during the court appearance, he was very quiet. He cried. He sat in the dock with his eyes closed for the entire proceedings. And he didn't say much. I failed to mention about the victim in this incident. We do know that it's a 23-year-old woman from the Shoshanguve township in Pretoria, which is on the other side of the Gauteng province. There is speculation that he's related to this person, and that she was a long-term girlfriend, but also a family member of his. The police have not confirmed her identity yet, but we do know that Mr. Shabangwane has taken police to other parts of the province where they have also found her head, as well as other body parts that they are now still searching for. They still are looking for a torso of this person.
Quite a difficult one there. Before I let you go, CANDICE, what happens now in terms of the case continuing?
So he will go for mental evaluation. We do know that the case will, he is being held in the Johannesburg prison, in the hospital section of the prison until further notice, but he will appear in court next Tuesday, on the 30th of November. And that's when we will then take the case further.
CANDICE, many thanks for your time.